Today's workout is a 10-minute prenatal core workout for back pain or back tension. You don't need anything for this workout. You don't even need to wear shoes. So we're gonna keep it really gentle today and focus on strengthening our core and releasing some of that back tension. So we're gonna start on our hands and knees with a cat-cow. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and we're gonna arch the back, look up toward the ceiling, let that belly hang, and then tuck your chin, round your back, and pull your belly button in toward your spine. So we're releasing the back, and then we're also, as we're rounding the back, pulling the belly button in and engaging our inner abdominal wall. Just keep flowing through this move at your own pace. Everything we're gonna do today is not super intense. Feel free to take it slow today and do what feels good to you. If you need more breaks, take them. But we're gonna work each exercise for 50 seconds and then we'll rest and transition for 10. Almost there. Let's rest. We're gonna move on to our next exercise is a bird dog. So we're gonna begin in the same position. We're gonna raise the opposite arm and leg. So let's do right arm, left leg, lift, and then place it back down. Switch sides. That arm comes about shoulder level and then the leg comes about hip level. Squeeze your glute as you lift, and you wanna make sure you're keeping good alignment. So that means that arm that's on the floor or hand is right under your shoulder. You're squeezing your glute, pulling your belly button in toward your spine every time you reach and lift. And that's gonna help engage your inner abdominal wall, or your transverse abdominis, which is what we wanna work on strengthening and engaging throughout pregnancy. That's gonna help us with that back tension and back pain and help prevent severe abdominal separation. Again, nice and slow. This one's great for your balance too, which is also very challenged during pregnancy. Let's rest here. We're gonna move on to a fire hydrant. So you're gonna keep that position. We're gonna lift one leg at a time. So brace that core, pull your belly button in as you lift the leg, lift that knee up, and then place it back down. So you're lifting the knee up just under hip level, and you're going as high as you can without leaning to the other side, because we want to keep everything square to the floor so that way we keep our core engaged, we keep our glutes working. If you start to collapse into the other side, you're starting to compromise your form. So just take it nice and slow. Again, it's not about how many you can do, but the quality of the repetitions here. So really breathe, engage that transverse abdominis, pull that belly button in, and then you can release at the bottom. We're gonna move to the other side. Rest really quick. If you need to, you can push back on your hands. I know your shoulders are working as well here. So they might get a little tired. Here we go, other leg, up. And release. And what I like to do is breathe in here, breathe out as I lift that knee. In general, it's good to breathe out or exhale at the difficult part of the exercise. And then release, take a deep breath in, let that belly release at the least challenging part of the exercise or in the recovery phase. Let's rest. We're gonna move on to a glute kickback. Again, you can release that pressure on the hands if you need to. We're gonna take that leg up, starting with the front leg again. Bring the knee just slightly off the ground, flex the foot, and then extend it to the back corner. Do it again, bring it in, kick back. So that leg is never resting on the ground. We wanna keep that tension in the glute, pressing evenly through the hands, and keeping those hips and shoulders square to the floor. So your toes should be pointed toward the ground, and then you're extending your leg about hip level. You're not going super high here because we want to keep that work in the glute. And then you're pushing it to the back corner, and that's going to get into the side glutes too. And the glutes, we want to get them really strong because that helps alleviate that back tension or that back pain. If you have weak glutes and a weak core, you're gonna be more prone to back pain. So we really wanna focus on strengthening those muscles here. And this is a nice gentle way to do it. Good, let's rest and we're gonna do the other side. Reset everything. That back knee comes off the ground, you're gonna flex the foot, drive it to the back corner. Good, this should feel good in that lower back area. If you're feeling a lot of tightness here, just shake it out, stretch it out, do what you need to do. But that's a sign you really want to work on strengthening these muscles. You can also do these with the resistance band to make them harder, but for now we're just starting at the beginning. I have a ton of glute workouts on my channel, both prenatal and postpartum, and then just regular glute workouts. So you can look through those on my playlist and find another one that will help get these muscles strong. Let's rest. We're gonna move on to a side forearm plank. So come down onto your forearm with that elbow under your shoulder at 90 degrees in line with your hip. We're gonna lift, keeping that bottom leg bent, and then we're gonna tuck that top arm under, little rotation, and then come back up. So we're reaching under, turning the chest just a little bit, and then lifting. Now you can see when I'm rotating my upper body, I'm not dropping my hip. I'm pressing my forearm into the floor. If this is too intense here, if you're feeling it too much in your lower back, just try to hold here, or if you need to, you can always sit the hip down and then join back in when you're ready. This one's great for your upper back, your thoracic spine. We're creating that mobility as we twist, and then we're also working our obliques and that inner abdominal wall, that TVA, as we rotate. So pull that belly button in toward your spine, and then we're getting those glutes strong too, because we're keeping that hip off the ground. We get everything in this exercise. All right, other side, carefully roll around. Again, elbow 90 degrees under the shoulder, in line with your hip, bottom leg bent, lift, rotate. This one feels really good to me. I'm just very tight in my upper back, and a lot of that comes from just fluid gain on the front of the body. So all that pressure pulling you forward is gonna create that tension in your neck and upper back. So stuff like this is really good to help create that mobility, get everything nice and warm. And then it'll also help with just overall posture when you're sitting and standing throughout the day. We're almost there. All right, we're gonna rest. Come on to your hips. We're gonna put our hands under the shoulders, fan the fingertips out. We wanna keep this alignment, and then we're gonna bridge the hips up into a tabletop. So lift those hips up, squeeze your butt, and then drop the hips back underneath the shoulders. Press through your heels, drive those hips up, slide them back and down. Now we wanna squeeze the glutes. Come as high as you can. If you can't get quite to hips to tabletop level, that's totally fine. Just do what you can. And you wanna push through your heels mainly because that's gonna engage your glutes, your pelvic floor, which is really important, and then help engage that posterior chain, so all the way down the back body. And then we want to slide those hips all the way back because we get that full range of motion coming back. You feel that? It's a big difference. We also get those inner thighs, the core. All right, let's rest. We're gonna add to that movement a little heel tap. So we're gonna do one foot at a time, tapping the heel slightly forward. Ready? Tap and drop down. Other side, tap and drop. Now this is a little bit more advanced. It's gonna challenge that balance. If you need to, just go back to that first bridge move and advance from there. You can see I'm just extending one leg at a time, tapping the heel, and that tap is really light. So all that pressure is in my heel that's on the floor, or that pushing leg right here. And then if you can get your butt even a little bit off the ground, great. But if you can, try to push so you're lifting really tall You're driving through those glutes. Remember, it's a big muscle. I gotta work it, make it work hard. Almost there. Whew, got a heart rate a little bit on that last one. All right, we're done. That was 10 minutes. Prenatal core work for back tension and back pain. If you're looking for more core workouts, be sure to check out my prenatal workout series. I've got core workouts, plus a good prenatal stretch, and I've got some great postpartum videos for back tension and back pain as well, which are also gonna be great for pregnancy. So be sure to check those out under my playlist. Let me know what you would like to see next time in the comments, and I'll see you back here for our next workout.